Yeah, so I'll actually go even further back than those experiences, back to when I was an intern. I was interning at a company and we needed to look at every single notice provision for contracts to provide notice to companies about a change that had occurred. And back in the day, uh, not all companies had them even online at that point in time. So it required to actually go through filing cabinets and pull paper contracts and read them and
Mm.
start manually tracking, right? And so if you think about where we were, what was that, probably less than 15 years ago, to what we have the opportunities to provide teams with as a tool. I mean, I just think that's such a drastic transformation for how we're able to, as legal professionals, practice and glean, insights into those contracts that we do have on file. And I think I've seen progression in my career with how we've been able to optimize it along the way. I'm just so impressed with the solutions that we have at LinkSquares and that are available for our customers and what type of information they can get at their fingertips, or even as an internal user, like what I can get really quickly and efficiently to answer questions that might come in from the business about those things we've executed and agreed to.
I love how you highlighted how things have changed because 15 years ago wasn't a long time.
All right. I mean, it thinks that, you think about that and you're like, oh man, it seems like it was so recent, but when we think about the contracting process and the way that legal teams are supporting that workflow and even contract storage, there has been a big shift, and a big evolvement in that space, which I think is
This is a
fantastic.
follow-up. If it's applicable, could you also share how legal ops is connected to compliance functions maybe in an organization?
Yeah, absolutely. So, one of the things that I think I've learned in my journey is that contracts have so much information in them that are related to compliance and some of the work that our compliance teams are going to be doing. So maybe you are focusing on your SOC 2 process, and as part of that, you need to look at the contracts that your organization has, or what you typically put into those agreements. Maybe you have SEC reporting requirements that you need to report out on, or possibly just with the evolving nature of data privacy in that landscape, maybe you're looking at your compliance with those applicable laws to the extent it's relevant to your organization. And I think having a legal ops function who can help you by, maybe implementing tools like a contract lifecycle management system, or providing processes for you to easily get that type of information to support
Mhm.
those compliance audits, is just key.